and what your grievances are.
Okay. Grace is the name. A suspended Ghana Water employee. We are aggrieved Ghana Water Employee Limited employees. So the issue is that today we had a peaceful picketing, so a peaceful demonstration to tell our MD that we are still home. We have no work to do, and we are still employees. We are only hoping that they call us back. So today was just to create an awareness that we are home and we are waiting on them to speak to us. So that is why we gathered here today for this picketing.
So with regards to the new or the current government, is there anything you expect from the current government?
Oh yes, we expect a lot, I think. We are Ghanaians above every other thing, above every political difference. We are Ghanaians. And so this has happened to Ghanaian youth. And we know that the new government, our president, is looking forward to engaging the youth, employing most of the youth. And most of us are youth. All of us. So we are only begging that they assist in facilitating our process, speaking to the various stakeholders, our MD, to call us back, because the grounds on which we were suspended was that we were going through an audit, which they wanted to do on our interview sessions, and it's been 8 months. Audits can't take that long. We are just pleading with government to come to our aid. It's been 8 months. 8 months without salary. You can only imagine how people are surviving. People had to leave their previous jobs to be a part of this company just to be suspended in the second month. It is unfair. We left our various homes, came to rent in the various regions where we were posted. So we really are pleading with government. Please come to our aid and then assist us.
Yes, please. Someone asked, are you old workers or you were now recruited before the new MD came?
We were recruited before the MD came. Our recruitment...
For like how many years?
We were not in the office before he came. Before he resumed, we were employed, because we were employed in November.
November which year?
October last year. Some were recruited in October, others in September, others in November. It depends on the department.
But that was last year.
That was last year. And so we were to start officially report to work on the 13th of January, which we did. And on the 12th of February, I would say that we were sadly suspended. Not sacked, suspended, which has taken 8 months.
So do you think your suspension is motivated by
political motivation?
I can't tell if it's a political motivation, because the basis on which we were suspended was to audit the process. They didn't state any political motive. That is the only thing they told us, and so that is the only thing we are aware of. So the motivation behind the suspension was to audit our process.
So now your suspension is from
That was a previous.
Chief of Staff.
Ask came from the MD. It was a communique to the various regional managers to suspend us.
8 months down the line.
8 months down
Have
the line.
you sat with the MD? Have you met with the MD?
We have. We've met with the MD on countless occasions. We've met with other stakeholders. We've met with a whole lot of people. This is why we are doing the picketing here today, because we feel like we've been treated unfairly. We've not been respected enough. And so we are just only pleading with them that they come to our aid and they attend to our issue, because it's been 8 months, 8 long months is that.
So if I get you right, you guys were employed during the election year, right?
No, before the election.
Before the election.
Because our interviews were way earlier than our posters. So we were interviewed long before elections.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Why this demonstration? Because I do not think that it would be in the best of place for us to want to just come and, want of a better word, walk around and then chant songs and the likes. But then there's this adage in Tree, say, Kusi ohunya kind of saying, Umpia, Onya Fufu Crobe Nemu, we're doing to me at the Enconi boom, right? So, and to wait, if an animal is in a hole, something has to prompt it to get out. And so what prompted us is our suspension. We've been on suspension for 8 months. All the processes there be, around employment, we went through, from aptitude test to interview to medicals, and finally formal appointment was given. After we received the formal appointment, we started work from January, and in February 11th, 2025, the new MD, Honorable Muta Adams Wakilu, issued a letter under his hand stating that we should proceed on suspension, furthering an audit, which the audit, he only knows the outcome. To date, we do not know the outcome. And as I indicated earlier, when you're in a house with your parents and there's an issue, you call on your parents and speak to them. So quickly, we call on the Labour Minister, Honorable Rashid Pelpo, and he indicated that, and even stated on Joy, that if you were employed in November, and we were employed on the 15th of November on our letter, that is the date that was on the letter. And so if on the 15th of November, we should be called back. And so quickly, we thought it wise that, okay, then let's go back, we will be called back. Fast forward, we never heard anything. We called on the HR of Ghana Water, the same thing, we never heard anything. He only said we should call on the MD. And so quickly, we called on the MD, Honorable Adams Muta Wakilu, in his office. And I happened to be one of the leaders, so I met him personally. I spoke to him, and these were his words, that he is so pathetic about our issue, but then his hands are tied. He can only do less. So the board of Ghana Water, by then the board was not inaugurated by then. And so if the board is inaugurated, our issue will be tabled, and then discussions will follow, and after which will be called. And so we believe that he would have done something. Fast forward, that was in April. From April to date, we never heard anything. And then on the 22nd August of this year, just a month ago, he signed a letter again, inviting people to come and work. We believe that we are new professionals. As new professionals, if you are inviting new professionals to work, you should invite us same. We are on suspension for 8 months and still counting. And then you call new people to come and take an appointment and start work. And then on the letter, the people were supposed to start work on the 1st of September. They started work 9 days ago, which we believe that it is so bad and it's so injurious to, I don't know, I don't think this is how we want to build Ghana. There's this patriotic that's saying that, arise Ghana youth for your country. The nation demands our devotion. If the nation demands our devotion and that we are on suspension for 8 months and still counting, what devotion are we supposed to give? And so we believe that the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is the father of the nation. And then our mother as well. Likely for Ghana, we have a female vice president. We believe that the president and the vice president should call our MD to order and call us back to work. If you could give employment to new other people, okay, then we think that you should also call us back to work. So our demands are just simple. And as I presented a petition, I stated same. So we believe that they would adhere and they would bring out the human face, because some of our colleagues are on dialysis. Some are suffering. There is excruciating poverty happening with our people. Today I have to send money to some of them. That is the situation. That is where we find ourselves. Some left their works. Some were gainfully employed. But when you get a new employment, you realize that the conditions of service vary, you pick same. And so they picked the same, and this is where we find ourselves. I do not think that if you and I are in this situation, you'll find it so okay. And so I don't think that we can okay this situation by not venting out our grievance to the powers that be. And so that's why we're here.
Prior to your suspension, were you given the basics why you should proceed on suspension?
That's why I said that we were not even spoken to. There's a total radio silence. If there's a word, total radio silence from 11th of February 2025 to today. that we're doing this, there's a radio silence from the company. The letter under the hand of Adams Butawakilu, Honorable, to us was that we should proceed on suspension, furthering an audit, which the audit report is just to him. We do not know, that's what I said, we do not know the findings that they found. We are 141 per the records that we have. Okay, we are 141, not just a handful of people as we saw today. And wherever Ghana Water is in Ghana, we were placed there. Some came all the way from Wa, some came all the way from Tamale. They are here, you can speak to them. And so that is the situation we find ourselves.
Okay, so after this peaceful demonstration, if you don't hear anything from the right authorities, what are the next steps?
We pray they listen, and we pray His Excellency John Dramani Mahama would call Adams Mutawakilu Honorable to order and call us back to work. We are saying simple, that if young professionals like us and others were given the clearance to work on the 22nd of last month and that they started work today, they should bring out the human face and call us same. But then if they decide not, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross that.
But do you think your suspension is a political?
I would not say that, because as a young professional, as I indicated earlier, that arise Ghana youth for your country. The nation demands your devotion. It is because of that devotion that you and I are sitting and you are filming this. So we are just giving our devotion. We know that the country demands our devotion. We want to give forth that, and that is the only thing I know. I do not know any political coloration to this or not, and that's why on some of our placards we have that we are young professionals, not politicians. Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you. Please, your name again.
My name is Eddie Hammond. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Okay, sir. Please, what's your name and what brought you here?
My name is Vincent Kofi Tay. I am one of the suspended staff of Ghana Water Limited. Today we are here to show our grievances, to show the management the problems we are going through. We are facing a situation of life and death because it's been 8 months since we've been given a letter of suspension by our current MD. Ever since then, there is no communication from the MD nor the company telling us that, oh, we'll be called on this day, so we'll be watching for us. We have done so many follow-ups to meet the MD, to meet other stakeholders, but all has proved to no avail. So today we are here to demonstrate against Ghana Water and the current MD, to let them know that we cannot be taken for granted. We are Ghanaians. We are not politicians. We are professionals. They claim we have been recruited by NPP government, which we do not know anything about. We know we are Ghanaians. We have gone through the system and have been employed by Ghana Water to work.
Okay. So, what are the things that you want the government to do for you right now?
Well, at this moment, I think we have done all we can within our power. What we are now looking for is to plead with the government, especially the president of the land, our father, John Dramani Mahama, to talk to our MD and tell him to call us back. We are suffering. We can't feed our family. We can't even feed our own self, talk of even feed our own family. And if you look at most of us, we are parents here. We have wards. School just reopened this month. It was a hell for some of us to get money to even buy books and pay our ward school fees. So we are pleading on John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, Father for all, to call our MD to book and order him to call us back. That is all we are looking for, to be reinstated shortly.
What makes you think there are still vacancies that can, accept the number of people that were suspended earlier on?
Initially, we were told that the former board approved 130 employees. That was in 2024. And then when the current MD came, he said we are 281. But per our head count, we are 144. And therefore, there has been clearance for 130 to be employed. So even if we are 144 or we are 150, I'm sure the company will know those who are actually forming the 130 for us to be called back and do our work. And I know when clearance is given for employment, it means there's salary made available for payment. So the company still have chance to take the 130 and then we move on.
Okay, so from today, if nothing is being done or if the government doesn't consider speaking with the MD to accept you back, what are your next steps?
Well, we have made several decisions down, and I think this is the last one we are doing. After this one, we will get to another stage again, but that we can't disclose for now.
Okay. In your previous submission, you made mention that some people are of the view that you were recruited under the MPP's regime. Do you think it is politically motivated? I mean, with the suspension, do you think it is politically motivated?
Well, I cannot say it is politically motivated. I may say it will be some discrepancies within the number issues, because if the former board approved 130, I don't see the need why we should be 281, as per the MD's comment. And so I'm not saying it is politically motivated. And moreover, none of us who went for the interview said he belongs to MPP or NDC. What we know is that we qualified and were employed to work. So we do not have that view or perception that it is politically motivated.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We reported on January, that is 13th, but the process was rather long. But we reported to work on 13th of January. We were sent back home on suspension. It wasn't even individual letters, it was rather a communique to the regional HRs, and we were told that we have to go home on the basis that we are being suspended to audit the process in which we came to Ghana Water. We've been home since February. This is like the 9th month, so we'll probably say that the 8th month. We've been home, we've heard nothing from Ghana Water. We've visited the various institutions we have to, the people we have to visit, and still nothing is yielding. And so today we came to, it is rather a picketing, a peaceful demonstration. And we are hoping that our cries are heard. That is the only thing we need, because a lot of us are depressed as we speak now. Leaving your previous job to come and work for government, and you are being treated as if a favor was done you is really wrong. We are only hoping that government would hear us and will come to our aid. We want to take it as though government is not aware. So we are officially begging government to come to our aid, because we are qualified workers. It's not like we are inexperienced or we don't have the experience they need. I believe we were all qualified because we went through interview sessions. And so we are only hoping and praying, and we would also want to add that we are pleading that they come to our aid. We really want to hear from them. The depression is serious. We had a couple of our members who almost committed suicide. It is that serious. So please, we just need government to come to us.
But do you think that this protest could be as a result of the trigger that the government employed, because the government employed new recruiters?
I wouldn't say it is government who employed new recruiters, because it was a letter we saw. It circulated on the social media, and we got to find out that there are new recruits that were taken in on September 1st. As to how certain that is, we are yet to find out, but that it was an official letter on the basis of temporary employment with salary ranges and all those things.
But does it trigger the protest?
I wouldn't say it triggered the process. The process had already been planned. We were just waiting as good citizens. We didn't want to cause too much commotion. But I say, nobody wants to say anything. So the best thing is that we rather come out and act as though nobody knows our issue. And then we rather cry out that we are heard, because it's very frustrating. So that's what we are hoping for. So thank you for joining us. We really hope that our case will be heard. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We know that they did not pick us. If they pick some of us, they should let us know. Who did they pick? Who did they pick?
So in your agreement of this statement, if addressing your issue to the media and government still doesn't come to aid, what would be the next alternative?
I'm available, but
to help you address your issues to the government?
We believe in the media in Ghana. We know that the media is the powerhouse of Ghana, and we know once media comes into our aid, definitely this matter will be resolved. And we also know very well that President Mahama is hearing us, and he has children, and we are his children. And President Mahama wouldn't want us to sit in the house doing nothing. I don't think he will want to do that. I'm not even aware that President Mahama is aware that we are sitting.
Do you believe that this is also part of the resetting agenda by the government?
I don't think so. If it is part of resetting agenda, the resetting agenda is not this, because resetting is to give the youth jobs, and President Mahama wouldn't be resetting Ghana and denying the youth jobs. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Show your placards to them, man. Let them finish and we'll go.
So, guys, this is Ghana Water Company.
Show your
That
placards.
here, some people have not been. They were employed actually, but now they are no more employed again. So they are here today
Let's show our placards
for demonstrate. They want to demonstrate to let the government know that is what they are going through today. So for past 8 months that they've sacked them from work, and there's no information that's being given to them as of now. So they're here at the Independence Square, having holding placards together with them. So they're crying that they want the government to attend to them, so that the needful things to be done.